My family rented the ground floor of this old converted chapel when I was about 13. The place was cheap, and my parents didn't ask questions. They should have. The cockroaches were the first sign, not the normal ones you get in every Indian home during monsoon. These were different. Huge, reddish-black things that would appear out of nowhere, always when you were alone. They'd just sit there on the wall watching, and they were fast. You'd go to kill one, and it would vanish before your hand even moved. Then you'd feel it, that crawling sensation on your ankle, your neck. But nothing would be there. My younger sister Priya and I shared a bedroom at the back. The cockroaches loved that room. We'd find them in our clothes, in our school bags, once even in Priya's hair while she was sleeping. I started sleeping with my dupatta wrapped tight around my neck and wrists. Anything to keep them off my skin. The crying started about 3 months in, always around 2 a.m. At first, I thought it was the neighbors, maybe someone watching TV. But one night, I woke up to it coming from our room, clear as anything. A woman's voice, sobbing like her heart was breaking. I looked at Priya's bed. Her back was to me, and she was shaking. "Priya, what's wrong?" I whispered. The crying stopped immediately, but she didn't answer, just lay there, completely still. 10 seconds of silence. Then the crying again. Same volume, same desperate sound. "Priya!" Nothing. I threw my pillow at her. She didn't move. I got up and walked over to her, my bare feet on that cold floor. I could hear my own breathing, loud in the quiet of the night. I checked on her. She was deeply asleep. Her face was peaceful, relaxed. Not a tear on her cheek. The crying came again, right behind my left ear. And with it, that familiar sensation, something small and quick, skittering across my lower back under my camise. My hand shot out for the lamp. Light flooded the room. I spun around. Hundreds of cockroaches poured from a jagged crack in the floor I had never noticed before. The insects swarmed out in a dark tide, climbing over each other with clicking legs and twitching antennae. But they weren't scattering. They were forming a pattern, a spiral. Like penitents circling a shrine, they moved in perfect formation around some invisible center, their bodies creating a writhing mandala. Round and round they marched, layer upon layer, building something in the empty space at the spiral's heart. The crying grew louder, echoing from within that living circle. My breath caught as the figure began to form, emerging from the spiral like something being born from the darkness itself. The shape of a woman. I screamed. The sound ripped from my throat, raw and animal. Priya jolted awake, saw me frozen by her bed, saw the monstrous form and its insect companions, and started screaming too. We bolted for the door together, our screams overlapping. We burst into our parents' bedroom, both of us sobbing, trying to explain what we had witnessed through our terror. Papa grabbed his cricket bat. Mummy held us tight. They ran to our room. Nothing. The floor was bare and still. The crack wasn't there. Not a single cockroach in sight. The trauma of the incident ran too deep. Priya and I refused to sleep in that room again. We refused to stay in that house. We screamed and cried until our parents relented. Within 2 weeks, we'd moved out. My parents finally believed us after the landlord confessed. A priest had raped and murdered a woman and buried her under the chapel floor 5 years ago. When they found her, her body was desiccated, crawling with cockroaches.